everyone, my name is Kasia Tarczyńska. I'm a research analyst with Good Jobs First. We are a non-for-profit research organization, and we do a lot of work on transparency and accountability of economic development and subsidy awards. Today, I'm going to show you how to use Subsidy Tracker. How to use and search Subsidy Tracker, the oldest database. So you can get to Subsidy Tracker from our homepage, goodjobsfirst.org, by clicking on Subsidy Tracker here on the main bar, or scrolling down a little bit on our website to Subsidy Tracker near our logo. Or you can Google Subsidy Tracker, or you can just type goodjobsfirst.org/subsidy tracker. So Subsidy Tracker is a database of economic development incentive awards provided to companies, to individual companies by state, local, and federal governments. Today I'm going to mostly focus on awards provided by state and local governments. So we include in our Subsidy Tracker database over 672,000 entries that came from over 1,000 programs, state and federal and local programs. In Subsidy Tracker, we include data on programs such as tax credits, tax abatements, rebates, exemptions, grants, infrastructure improvements, workforce development training, and so on, taxing and financing. So all different forms of governmental assistance to businesses. We collect this data from official disclosure pages, official governmental disclosure pages, such as program incentive annual reports, or agency annual reports, or state transparency portals. We also include data that we received through FOIA, Freedom of Information requests. So you can search Subsidy Tracker in two ways. Option one is summary views, and option two is searching more detailed information for particular awards. So let's start with option one with summary views. So one way to search the database is through parent company. You know, when you click on the box, you have a list of almost 3,000 companies parent companies that we have included in Subsidy Tracker. So let's see, we are interested in General Electric. So let's search for General Electric in our database. Here it is. You click on this company, and you will receive a web page with summary information for this particular parent company. So at the top, you have some general information for the company. Then there's a small table with the breakdown of how much subsidies this company have received from state and local governments, from federal government. You know, we have information of 509 state and local awards, or you can interpret this as number of entries in the database associated with this particular company. Then we have some general information about time period for awards for this company, some notes, but also because, again, this is a parent company, we list companies that are associated with this particular parent company. We do not list all of the companies owned in this case by General Electric, but at least we provide you some names. And then there is a table with top 5 states for state and local awards. So you will see that for this company, for General Electric, Ohio is number 1. Ohio provided over $234 million for this company. And we have 30 awards or entries in our database for this company. When you scroll down, you will receive a table with individual subsidy records or individual awards. So I will show you now just a typical entry. So General Electric in 2014 received over $51 million through a tax credit program. So when you click on this award, on this entry, you will see some information associated with this particular entry. So again, this is the data. This is data that has been provided by state agency for their annual incentive report. We provide a link to that data source. So we see that in 2014, again, GE received $51.6 million for job creation tax credit from Development Service Agency. So this is information that was provided by state agencies. So just a quick note that state and local agencies provide very different information on different awards. Some agencies, some states are very good with disclosure. They provide a lot of different information, addresses and wages and industry code and so on. Some agencies provide very bare bone information that's only a company name. So we show the information that we are able to collect through official sources. Also, I would like to point that different agencies present data differently. So some agencies will tell us how much a particular company is eligible for incentives over, let's say, 10 or 20 years. So the total amount of incentives a company is eligible for over a period of time. Some agencies will tell us the amount of incentives a company received in 1 year, or how much a company received up to date. So because there is no standard way of disclosing subsidy information, we included a note section where we explain different data points. So in this case, we tell you that the year is a year of award, subsidy value is maximum possible credit, so $51.6 million. This is the maximum GE can receive. And the jobs figures are the new jobs. They are not retained, but the new jobs the company will create. Now I really would like to show you a different type of entry we have in Subsidy Tracker. We call them mega deals. So let's focus on this one. GE in 2014 received $48 million for a mega deal. So mega deal is an economic development subsidy package offered to a company for one project. So mega deal will include subsidies that came from different level of governments and for different programs. Again, this is for one project. So let's look at this entry. A very big difference between mega deals and a regular entry is that for mega deals, we use different sources than official public disclosure pages. So we use articles as our source, we use press releases, minutes of meetings of agencies, and so on. And this, by looking at different data sources for mega deals, we are able to piece together all those different elements that go into a subsidy deal. So General Electric, again, in 2014, received $58 million from multiple programs and administered by multiple agencies. In the source of data, we explain where we got this information for, so through articles. And in the note sections, we explain all those different other different programs that contributed to this award, to this package. So the company received job creation tax credit valued at $51.7 million. The company received 2 grants programs, but also it received from Cincinnati, the company received property tax abatements, but also and municipal job creation tax credit, and so on, so on. So the previous entry I showed you, the $51.7 million for job creation tax credit, this is exactly the same money as shown in this mega deal. So to make sure we do not double count subsidies, we adjust subsidy amounts for mega deals. And we do that at the end of note section for mega deals. We include a small description, small disclaimer saying that there's an overlap with main subsidy tracker data, and there is a separate entry for 51.7 million, in this case through job creation tax credit. So again, this 51.7 million job creation tax credit, this is exactly the same entry I showed you before. So again, we adjust subsidies for mega deals not to double count. So this is the way you search, summary pages. So again, you can, so that was for parent company. You can do the very similar search for parent industry. You will get very similar breakdown and description of industry, this time for an industry. You can do the same for parent headquarter, and you can search both by US states, but also for foreign companies for parent headquarter location. We can also perform summary search for states. So let's look at California, for example. When you choose California in the dropdown, you will again see very similar summary page for the state. We've been able to collect data on over $5 billion provided to subsidies, provided to companies by the state of California and localities in California. We have some general information, then breakdown of the top 10 parent companies. And then when you scroll down, again, you have individual entries, both mega deals and the regular entries. We also, for state, we also provide this table which shows you the total amounts of disclosed subsidies. So I really would like to stop here for a second and argue and explain why you should not compare states to each other based on data in Subsidy Tracker. So every state has very different transparency practices. There are states that are very good with disclosing how much companies have received for different programs. There are states, let's say like North Carolina, Florida, Illinois, and so on, that really provide a lot of detailed information. But there are also states that provide very little or nothing about how much they provide to companies. So just as an example, Alabama, it's a state with it's a big spender state. They provide a lot of subsidies, and we've been able to collect data on almost $4.5 billion. But this is a state that has very poor transparency practices, and I'm certain that the state have provided more than $4.5 billion to companies. On the other hand, we have states like Louisiana that is a big spender, but also has a very good transparency practices for one of its top programs. And we've been able to collect data on almost $25 billion in subsidies. So again, this is a table that gives you a glance into total disclosed subsidy values, but again, you should not compare states to each other based on data in Subsidy Tracker. So this is the option 1, summary views, and then we have an option 2, which is searching by company name. So you can search for more detailed information on each company and each award. You can start searching by company name. So let's look at Tesla. When you search the database for Tesla, you will receive a list of all economic development subsidy awards we have for this company. And you will see that the subsidies come from both state, local, and federal governments. Or you can narrow down the search And let's see, you want to search for Tesla in Nevada. So in under state and local search, we choose, let's see, Nevada. When you search, you will get a list of all awards provided to Tesla, to this company from Nevada. So you can perform the search using different options. So you can search by company name, you can search by industry, by, again, parent headquarter location. You can just search any phrase you would like, or you can, if you're interested to know which companies received more than, let's say, $150 million, so you can perform that search here. But the most popular search is searching state and local, but by searching state and locality. So this search is located right here, and let's say we will choose Mississippi. You choose Mississippi, and for now they just not choose any programs, but just let's look at the state. So again, it's very similar to what I showed you before. Some general information about how much money the state has provided to companies, and the list of top companies receiving subsidies. You can also search by particular programs. So let's choose Mississippi again, and you will receive this box that lists all the programs we have for this particular state. So it includes state and local programs. So let's look at Advantage Jobs Rebate Program. So you receive all entries for this particular program in Mississippi. So it's arranged, usually it's arranged by subsidy value. This one is arranged by year. So when you can rearrange this table. The earliest data for this particular program, and the Advantage program, is from 2018. Let's look at one entry. I wanted to show you this particular program because in this example, you will notice that the subsidy value is undisclosed. So you will see entries in Subsidy Tracker where we do have company names, in this case, Premium Waters, but we do not have information about subsidy value. So the Mississippi Development Authority provides us company names, but not subsidy award. We still include those type of data points in Subsidy Tracker. Again, we list to the original source. You can also search for local awards and local programs. So I will clean my search. So again, let's maybe look this time at Illinois. Here again, we have a list of state and local programs. So to know which program is local, you just basically need to look for a locality name that is listed before program name. So in this case, Chicago Tax Increment Financing. So we know it's a local program, or Wheaton, Downtown Property Improvement Program. So you know it's a local program when there is a locality name at the beginning, so before the program name. But let's look at Chicago Tax Increment Financing. So you search, you will receive different, awards that were provided to companies through Chicago Tax Increment Financing Program. You can arrange by year or subsidy value. You can do this type of arrangement for every table in Subsidy Tracker. You can also search by locality. Let's look at maybe this time Florida. So you have again a list of a table with program names, but also you can search by city or county. So let's search for Miami. So we have Florida, Miami, we search. So we get a summary page for this particular locality. What I would like to point here, which is very important, is the entries we're providing you with. These are the entries for companies that are located in Miami, companies that have received subsidies from state and local programs. So again, state and local programs for companies located in Miami. So the total subsidy value that you will see here at the beginning of the summary page for over $35 million, this is how much money, state and local money, went to companies located in Miami. So again, very similar to other pages, we have 10 top companies that have benefited from subsidies in this location and individual entries. So this is basically it. This is how to search a Subsidy Tracker database. Before I finish, I would like to show you one more web page associated with our Subsidy Tracker, which is inventory of data sources. When you click on that, we have inventory page for state, local, federal programs. Basically, the inventory pages are the list of all programs we have in Subsidy Tracker, the years that we cover in Subsidy Tracker, and links to original data sources. So, let's say in Arizona, we have Arizona Competes Fund program. Currently, we have data for fiscal years 2012, 2018, and we have a link to the original data source, which is this webpage on Arizona Commerce Authority, where you have, where the Commerce Authority puts all their annual incentive reports. So the reports from which we took the data from for Subsidy Tracker. So this is Subsidy Tracker. If you have any questions about the database, need support with searching the database, you have any questions, feel free to email me. You can just click on my name right here. It's Kasia at Good Jobs First, KASIA at goodjobsfirst.org. I'm happy to assist you with any questions you have, and happy searching. Thank you.